I'm Nick Miles and welcome to Dick Hanna Nissan on McLaughlin. Today we want to show you this, the 2022 Nissan Armada, the perfect vehicle for 8 passengers who want to be hauled in style with the latest technology and the latest innovations. We're going to show you the outside, the inside, put it on the road and see if this should be in your driveway. The Armada is one of my favorite large passenger vehicles that seats 8 people. It's so easy to drive. It positions itself very well in the road. A lot of times it feels when you're driving big vehicles, they're often like trying to steer a cruise liner. Not with the Armada. It positions itself well on the road, is easy to guide wherever you want it to go. The steering is fairly tight and it also responds well at speed. It's not hard to see out of the vehicle. In fact, Nissan have made it so you can see easily over the fenders, and the mirrors are large enough to see all the way around the vehicle. That's supplied with the camera view on the inside of the vehicle. It makes the vehicle very easy to park and also allows you to be able to see everywhere that you're going and everywhere that you want to place the vehicle in the road. A V8 engine under the hood outputting 400 horsepower means that you can tow 8,500 pounds. It also means that when you want to put your foot down, you get great acceleration out of this vehicle, even when it's fully laden with 8 passengers. Now let's talk about the interior. Nissan have done a great job with making the interior look very luxurious. It has double stitching throughout the interior of this, some nice wood style materials on the inside. You'll find a good choice of materials when you head to the dealership to equip your Armada as you want it to look. And then there is a good color choice as well on the inside. And then there is good color choices on the inside as well. I find the materials, including the piano black and the color choices, to be a much more upper echelon. These materials look like it's more of a luxury vehicle than a family vehicle. The buttons on the inside are plentiful and high quality. You'll find everything on the inside as well laid out. They're well labeled. The Hvac controls are very accessible, and you'll also find a nice dial wheel, so you can have access to this 12.3-inch screen, which has things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a good navigation system that is very obvious of where you need to go. Everything is laid out so it's simple to navigate around the inside. You'll also find your off-road settings, your menu and your voice controls in the center console, as well as your map and camera buttons, so you can find your way around what you need to inside the vehicle. Now it does have large control buttons. It's easy to find your things like volume controls and your tuning controls, so everything is simple and easily laid out. I haven't had a hard time finding any buttons on the inside of this vehicle, as well as being able to operate everything simply and straightforwardly. Intelligent lane intervention and Nissan Safety Shield 360 are 2 of the features with which this vehicle comes with and are very important. Now the Safety Shield 360 of course looks 360 degrees and protects you from anything around the vehicle. You'll also find that bird's eye camera, and that is extremely helpful when you're trying to back the vehicle up into a space or pull into parallel parking, and it's harder to do with a vehicle of this size, but Nissan makes it much simpler. Intelligent forward collision warning is part of the package, as well as blind spot, and Nissan have done a good job with including very standard safety equipment on this vehicle, and then you being able to option up with more safety packages as you want to increase the safety packages with your vehicle. The gauges behind the steering wheel include the 7-inch thin TFT, which also includes a selectable information screen, and therefore you can put the information up there that you desire. You can toggle through it using your switch, and I find that very useful to be able to select the information that I find interesting or informative as I'm driving. The Armada is a big rugged vehicle and looks big and rugged on the outside with the V-Motion grille up front and a large Nissan badge. But the Nissan badge also has white on the inside, which makes it look more luxurious and nicer. A multi-slatted grille here, which is monochromatic, the same color as the exterior of the vehicle in this case, and then a lower gray valance with a small air intake at the bottom. As we move around the vehicle, you'll notice these headlights are LEDs, and they have 50 LEDs on the inside of the headlights. Large, very square fenders, big wheels with multi-spoke, and then you come along to the outside of the vehicle. You'll see the top of the mirror here has silver with the indicator in the middle and then monochromatic at the bottom. Nice piece of trim along the top gives this a very elegant feel, a chrome feel. Chrome style door handles, a step to get in the vehicle. These are large doors for entry and exit of the vehicle. A very square body shape, and when we get along to the back, these tail lights also have LEDs, 70 of them to be exact. Now, being the largest member of the Nissan family, it's all about space in the 2022 Armada. Behind the third row, you will find 16 cubic feet of space. Behind the second row, it is around 45 cubic feet of space, and then 95 behind the first row. That's a lot of space inside this vehicle, and to make it easier, the third row flips down electronically with two switches at the back here. If you want to flip the second row down, you can do that with an easy handle at the second row itself, so you can open up all that space to carry all your gear. A lot going on here in the back seats. Diamond stitching to make it super comfortable. Of course, Nissan famous for their zero gravity seats developed with NASA. There is temperature controls back here, heated second row seats, cup holders here in the center console of the second row, as well as a large storage bin container. And the infotainment, which is embedded into the headrests of the first row, also has input, including an HDMI port as well. Now, we'll show you this. The action of folding up the second row seats is an easy pull of a lever and a switch which allows them to tip and fold. That's kind of cool. But at the same time, once you get into that third row, there is also a tip and fold button in the third row which allows those seats to fold up, so you can exit the third row getting out of the vehicle. And the third row, of course, has its amenities too, including cup holders. Now, another cool thing about this vehicle is getting in and out of it. There is plenty of grab handles on the second row, so you can climb into the vehicle by using these large opening doors. Super comfortable for every passenger in every row. And don't forget, this second row, 41 inches of legroom, which is absolutely huge. As you can see, the perfect combination of style, elegance, and Nissan reliability. If you'd like to test drive the brand new 2022 Nissan Armada, come down to Dick Hanna Nissan on McLaughlin, and they'd love to let you test drive one today.